I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back.
Mother Mary, Father Jim, Paul's younger brother Michael. When they came to live here, these were all council houses. So that means that people didn't own them then. They paid rent every week. So many houses in Liverpool have been damaged during the war. Liverpool was heavily bombed. The council were building acres of council houses for people, because you get the population explosion as well after the war. But over the years, people have bought the houses, so now they all own them, and they all look different. You can see different windows and doors. When Paul was here, all the houses in the street looked exactly like this one, and they were all painted these same colours, the little windows and everything. When the National Trust bought this house so people could come and look round it, there were new windows in at the front. The people who lived here after the McCartneys, the Joneses, they lived here for more than 30 years, they put double glazed windows in. But the Trust saw that the house across the street still had these original windows, so they did a deal, gave them the new ones, we got the old ones back again. So it looks just as it did now. The garden would have been much the same. You're very welcome to take a piece of lavender when you go if you want to. We've got plenty at the moment. Everywhere the McCartneys lived, and they lived in many different places, if they had a garden, Dad, Jim, would plant lavender, and he would cut it and he'd put it inside in the ashtrays. They all smoked, so trying to sweeten the atmosphere a bit. Passageway between the houses, that's how you get through to the back garden. I'll tell you something about that when we're in the back garden. And in the room behind you there, that's where John and Paul sat down and began to write their songs together. By the time Paul left here, it was right at the end of 1963. The Beatles were already famous. They'd already got hits in the charts. They were appearing on television, but Paul was still coming back here. That was still his bedroom up there, right until the end of 1963. He was the last Beatle to move to London. Okay, I'll tell you more inside. When you come in, if you can hand me bags and cameras, I will lock them in the cupboard till you leave. You can't take photographs inside the house or in the back garden. Inside you will see we've got Mike McCartney, Paul's younger brother. We've got his copyright photographs all around the house. He is a photographer. He would take them away if people were taking photographs. He's just given us some new ones as well, so it's a great privilege to have them.
On my own, and I don't know why. She told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that
From when he was 5 in 1945 until he was 23 in 1963. Sadly, it's going to be the longest that John will ever get to live anywhere, nearly half his life. So it's very important in his story. And in 2002, when Mendips came up for sale, Yoko will buy it and give it to the National Trust because they own Paul's, and she thinks people should be able to see John's as well. But the gift came with conditions, and that was that we were to restore it to the home that John would recognise, and we wouldn't dedicate it as a museum to the Beatles, but it would be the story of John's life as he grew up here. So that's what we do, and I would say it's a Beatle light tour, but it's a John Lennon, strong John Lennon tour. So I welcome you on behalf of the National Trust who own the house, Yoko Ono Lennon who bought the house, and myself, Colin, who for the last 13 years I've worked here, looking after the gardens, the house itself, and conducting 4 tours a day, 5 days a week. I hope you're going to enjoy your glimpse of John's formative years. I'm going to assume as well that Sylvia will have told you all about bags and cameras and mobiles, so I don't have to repeat. I'm not sure whether she would have mentioned blue plaques, because there isn't one at Paul's, and in order to get a blue plaque, you have to be 20 years dead or have reached your 100th birthday, so I'm sure Paul is very happy not to have a plaque. And they're nothing to do with National Trust anyway. They're the Province of English Heritage, a separate charity. And I'm not sure the Trust would have put a blue plaque on if they were approached, because they don't put name plaques on properties. They say, well, they wouldn't have been here when the person lived here. Yeah. So I don't know what will happen in the future. This is where John will live, in Woolton, south Liverpool. It's one of the most sought after areas of Liverpool in which to live. I know, because I grew up here as a little boy in the early 50s, surrounded by farms, woodlands, parks and golf courses. Still is a nice area. And when John moved in 45, there were still buses, not buses, well, there were buses, but there were still trams running up and down the middle of the road. And they're going to be removed in 1949. But this is a posh area. And this is a very typical semi-detached, a very typical middle-class home. And I mention this, of course, because Paul's, well, I don't think you get much more working class than a terraced house on a council estate in 1950s Liverpool. And class is going to be a theme running through my story. Suffice to say that it was in 1933 it was built, 43 it comes vacant, and John's aunt and uncle are going to move in, George and Mary Smith. They don't have children of their own, so when John Lennon joins them as a little boy in 45, he's going to be raised as an only child. And why this was, why he's living with aunt and uncle when mum and dad are still alive, I promise I will tell you, but not just yet. Suffice to say that John's mother was Julia, and she is John's Aunt Mary's younger sister. They're 2 of 5 girls in the family, and Mary is the eldest and very much the matriarch, known in the family sometimes as Mimi, and this is her domain. She rules the roost here. Of Uncle George, she'd say if he ever steps out of line, all I have to do is give him the look, and he'll step back in. So, you did as you were told. And she was known for her withering look, and she will cast it in the direction of that new council estate built after the war and declare the folk who lived down there to be common, not good enough. So she's a snob as well. Typical of the time, I'm afraid. And when Paul McCartney first came to Mendip's, it was mid-July 1957. It's a Saturday afternoon. 2 weeks earlier, he'd met John on the 6th of July at the church fete here in Woolton. John was playing with his skiffle band, the Quarrymen, and a mutual friend will introduce them. And the result is, Paul is going to join the band. Within the Quarrymen, each boy would take turns to host rehearsals, so it's John's turn. And Paul said, I cycled up from my home in Forthland, and when I got to the gate I remembered that John had said, whatever you do, don't knock on the front door because my aunt won't let you in. Special occasions, special visitors, people like the vicar, don't. So Paul will go round the back and he will see a house. Well, it looks just like this, can you believe? These are the original windows from 1933, miraculously escaped a double glazing. There were no car, no garage, but there was a trellis, just like this. So to the back door. Now Paul already knew George Harrison, who lived out at Speke on a massive council estate. Mimi considers that to be even further down the social scale. So that boy will also go to the back door. So that is the way they came into the house. I know that you've just come from the council estate, so ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind.
I won't look back when you're alone. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to pull me back, 'cause I won't be there.
So we're now at the Revolution. Basically, we were at the other place and they told us it was going to be over an hour to wait for food, and then we decided to order drinks here because we couldn't find a table, so we ordered drinks, and then Uncle Dave and Ryan are at a different restaurant waiting, and then I'm vlogging.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
The camera. That's my Uncle Cliff. No, it is. You'll kind of get it in the end, but it's kind of weird talking to yourself, kind of. But well, Uncle Dave and Ryan are at a different restaurant at the moment, and then we had a little bit of a mix-up as to which restaurant we were going to stay at. In the end, we've decided to stay here. So this place is called Revolution, and this is the menu. It's pretty cute. So yeah, it's mainly cocktails and stuff. because originally, yeah, as I said, like we had to wait so long to get food at the other place, but there's somebody that's walked in after us and they've gotten their food, so we're hoping it's not going to be an hour's wait, so we're just going to stay here and order food, but we're all pretty hungry. We went on the Beatles tour earlier. It was the last tour of the day, so yeah, we've just come over here now hoping to get some food. I'm so hungry.
Don't hesitate, call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I am who I'm meant to be. I am who I'm meant to be. Over and out, again. My future needed clarity, so I could see how you react, how you'd react to me. So much differently, I am different. Every time that I look back, I see my fortune. Doubted all that I could do, knowing what I need to do. All I can say, the word is thank you. I think it's what you need to push away from the shore, amongst the waves, exactly where I wanna be.
Got enough of every melody, they all sound the same. Yeah. For my broken heart, no remedy, but maybe if you stay, we can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Ooh. Oh, my darkest memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. We can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Memories, now let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. Fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. I do you do 'cause I'm feeling so good. memories might let me fall back. But you'll be there, ready to rescue me if I go out of track. You can get away with it. 'Cause you make me love my imperfections, answer all my questions, just to show me what's on the other side of inhibition. No apologies, my baby. soul, I'll be there.
Okay guys, so we have some stuff ready for some coffee in the morning. My cousin picked up some stuff from Starbucks. So we have this Colombian medium instant and micro ground coffee. So you should pretty much just mix it with water and add some milk. So that one's that one. Looks really nice. Hopefully it'll taste good. And then on top of that you have to get some syrup. So my second cousin picked out this one and it's the Starbucks vanilla flavor syrup. So yeah, gonna get that one either ready for tonight or later on tomorrow. And then we have a cup here for my brother and then one for my second cousin as well. So my second cousin picked up these like little massage roller things, and then we've got some eye masks, and I think later on we're going to try out, if I can find it, this one. It's the Seventh Heaven for dry skin strawberry souffle. We got this from a accessory shop here in the UK called Claire's. So I think my second cousin and I are going to try out half of this on each other, so it's going to be nice tonight. We're going to have a little girls night out. Well, girls night in technically.
I'll be